Hello again to all of my amazing hairstylist friends. You came back to join me for another amazing class, and today we are talking all things ChromaSilk VIVIDS. It's me, Ashley Krupaberg, your Pravana Global Artistic Educator, and today I want to talk to you about all things color. So first things first, of course we want to know, what are we talking about today? Well, I want to take you through the ins and outs of everything we have within our ChromaSilk VIVIDS line. We'll learn how to apply it, when to apply it, how long it processes for, all the levels it goes on. I'm telling you, you are going to be a VIVIDS pro by the end of this. Stick with me and let's learn all things VIVIDS. You may be asking yourself, what are VIVIDS? Well, I'm here to tell you exactly that. So Pravana VIVIDS are semi-permanent direct dyes that are placed on pre-lightened hair. They are never mixed with developer, and they always process at room temperature for 20 to 30 minutes. Now the great thing about VIVIDS is that we have not only all the colors of the rainbow, we have all the colors in between as well. Anytime you're using anything from Pravana, we leave all of the artistry to you to create those custom formulas that you may want for your own hair, AKA like this purple, or anything you might want for your clients as well. Truly, you can make any and all colors. So one thing you're gonna always hear me talk about whenever you are in a class with me is that this right here is one of the best tools you could ever keep. Maybe not in your back pocket because it's a little bit bigger than that, but definitely never feel afraid to refer back to this whenever you're doing any sort of color service. When it comes to our Pravana VIVIDS, there are a few guidelines that we suggest you follow in order to get the most perfect color. As we go through the swatch book, you'll see a breakdown of all the different colors, and at the very top of the page, you'll see what the family says. So right up here at the very top, you can see it says VIVIDS Semi-Permanent. Remember, these are direct dyes that are never mixed with developer. So on these first two pages of the VIVIDS swatches, what you'll notice is that these are the tones that tend to have either a little deeper or a little brighter level to them, that the level you're depositing them on can range anywhere from a level 7 all the way up to a level 10. Once you turn the page, you'll notice that we start moving into silver, maybe even a smoky silver, and three of the most amazing additives that I'm going to tell you all about in depth. But really quick, let's go to this last page. On this last page, you'll see all of our pastel tones and all of our neon tones. Now we get to get into all of the fun, exciting things to get VIVIDS into the hair. The first step to any and all VIVID services is pre-lightening the hair. What do we mean by pre-lightening? Let's talk about it. Within Pravana, we have two different options that we offer to pre-lighten the hair to get it to the correct level that it should be. We have our Pure Light Power Lightener, which could give you up to 7 levels of lift. And we also have our Pure Light Ultra Lightener, which can give you up to 9 levels of lift. When your client comes in and you're trying to determine exactly which VIVIDS color they're getting, keep that in mind to determine how many levels of lift you need to get from their hair. If you reach for your Pure Light Power Lightener, remember our mixing ratio is 1 part lightener to 3 parts of your chosen developer. And if you reach for our Pure Light Ultra Lightener, remember the mixing ratio is 1 part lightener to 2 parts of your chosen developer. Now, because I'm all about sharing all the tips and tricks and fun facts with all of you here with me today, what I wanted to point out is that we also make a third lightening option. That's our Pravana Pure Light Blonding Cream. Now, we at Pravana, we are all about you being very creative and customizing all of those formulas. However, when it comes to our Pure Light Blonding Cream, we don't typically recommend that you use that one prior to a VIVIDS application. The reason is because our blonding cream does have an oil in it, and we want to make sure that we don't impede any sort of VIVID application on the hair. A super fun word I definitely want to let you in on is cationic. Our Pravana ChromaSilk VIVIDS are what we call cationic dyes. So what this means is, as I mentioned, the very first step to any and all VIVID services is pre-lightening the hair. When you go in with a lightener and you apply it to the hair, you actually go in and cause a negative charge on the hair. Because our Pravana VIVIDS are made with a positive charge, that's what makes a cationic dye. When a positive meets a negative, they cling together just like a magnet, and that's how your VIVID ends up adhering to your hair when it's pre-lightened. It's a happy marriage. Now, sometimes you have a client who comes in and they already have pre-existing Vivids on their hair, but they're like, you know what, today I want to go for a new color. We're all about trying out any and all new shades. If you're trying to diminish any previous Vivid colored hair in your client, go ahead and follow mixing 1 part of our Pure Light Power Lightener with 3 parts of our Zero Lift Developer. After about 5 to 10 minutes, you should see a nice shift in that color and see it start to diminish from the hair. Once that's processed, go ahead, wash it out, dry the hair completely, and apply your Vivids of choice. So let's say it's a typical busy day in the salon, your client's coming in for Vivids, and you can't quite remember exactly what level you have to pre-lighten the hair to in order to get that exact color that you saw in the swatch book. No problem, we got you covered. If you look on the very front of any Vivids box, you're always going to see 4 numbers, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Anytime you see one specific number with a white circle around it, that is the level that you're always pre-lightening the hair to in order to get the color that's in this box. For instance, let's kick it off with magenta. Magenta only has to be put on a level 7. Anytime you lift past or under what we recommend, remember that you won't get the true results of the color. If you lift a little bit lighter, you'll get a more brighter neon version of the color. If you underlift, you definitely won't get the tone. Underlying pigments that you find at certain levels are actually considered to be our anchoring sites. So in a level 7, those warmer undertones that you have, you want to leave them there, place your magenta right on top, and you will get the most perfect color. Now when you move on to a color like garnet, garnet will actually go on a level 8. So as you can see, the level 8 is what's circled on garnet. Let's move on to a level 9, just because we're visual learners, so let's see what it looks like. My color flame will go on a level 9. You can see that the 9 is circled with a little white circle. And last but not least, because there always has to be some purple involved, grape. Our grape is designated for a true clean level 10. Now we keep talking about how can we have fun and how can we make all of our own colors and how can we just create all these different colors of the rainbow. So because we want to always make sure that you feel empowered and that you get to create all sorts of different colors, another thing to tell you about PRAVANA ChromaSilk VIVIDS is that they're all intermixable with each other. You can create any custom color for any client, any time of the day. Definitely one of our most frequently asked questions is when I'm applying the Vivids, how do I ensure that I have perfect saturation? You know we at PRAVANA, we've got your back on that. I want everyone to remember what we call the 3-inch rule. What we mean by that is you obviously have your color bowl and you have your brush. So you want to apply it on very thin sections, making sure to resaturate your brush every 3 inches. Let's use my hair as an example, since it's long enough. So if I were to be applying my Vivids on hair, go ahead, take your section, dip your brush into the bowl, apply down about 3 inches, go back into your bowl, resaturate your brush, and apply down another 3 inches. The beautiful thing about PRAVANA Vivids is that they can't be overworked, but what I will say is if you use this 3-inch rule every time, you will have perfect saturation from base all the way to ends. So to take customizing our Vivid formulas to the next level, let's talk about the 3 different ways that you can either dilute your color or add a little bit of depth into it. First up, we have our clear pastel. Now, anytime I'm going to mix in a clear tone with any of my Vivids, it's definitely suggested that you add in your clear tone first and then slowly add in your other Vivid colors. What I want to do is swatch out for you clear pastel, clear dilute, and our black additive to show you the variation and the different levels that you can create. So first up, we have our clear dilute. Now when it comes out of the tube, it's a little bit more of a gel-like consistency, but it gives you a beautiful and bright dilution to your tone. If you were to think of another visual, picture adding food coloring into water. That's the type of dilution you would get with clear dilute. Next up, we have our clear pastel. So as it says in the name pastel, it's definitely going to give you that more pasteled version of the tone. picture adding food coloring into, let's say, almond milk for fun. And last but not least, every once in a while, sometimes we might need a color that needs a little smoking out, or we need to add a little depth to it. So what we make for that, it's called black additive. Now what I will say about this is a little goes a very long way. So you want to start with your main vivid color or colors in the bowl, and then slowly add in your black additive, mix it up, and then swatch it out on a white paper towel. Here we have it, magenta with clear dilute, magenta with clear pastel, and then magenta with black additive. So now that we've talked about pre-lightening the hair, custom formulas to put on the hair, and we've let those Vivids process for 20 to 30 minutes at room temperature, it's now time to rinse it out of the hair. And this is one of the biggest questions we get asked all the time. How do I rinse my Vivids out of the hair? You know I'm gonna tell you. So first step, we bring our lovely client over to the shampoo bowl, have them get nice and comfortable in there, and let them know that they're in for a nice cold treat. So we want to rinse our Vivids on as high of water pressure as you possibly have, and definitely with the coldest water that they can stand. The reason we use a higher water pressure is because it allows to really push that color onto the hair and hopefully not let it bleed onto the other parts of the hair as well. Now another thing I always love to suggest anytime, especially if you're rinsing out multiple different Vivids at one time, is to try to hold up the ends of the hair out of the bowl and start rinsing at the scalp first. What this does is prevents any of the hair color that's on the scalp from running down the mid-strands to ends and possibly changing the other colors that you have within the hair. Okay, so we've rinsed, we've used the coldest water possible, and we definitely have used the highest water pressure possible. Once you've rinsed that out, guess what? You're done. This is a direct dye, which means we don't have to go in and shampoo and condition our clients. So for maintenance at home, we want to definitely let our clients know that they can get up to 30 washes if they're utilizing the PRAVANA shampoo and conditioner. Now, when our clients leave the salon with very freshly colored hair, definitely let them know to wait as long as possible before they jump in the shower and wash their hair. Also, other things to let them know is to prevent the sun from beating on their hair too much. Tell them to wear a hat if they're out there, especially if they're living in those hotter states. Anything they can do to protect their hair will protect that color from fading as well. So speaking of fading, which we definitely don't want the hair to do necessarily, but because we know it's going to happen, it's important that we prepare for proper fading of the color, am I right? So if you go ahead and pre-lighten the hair to the recommended level that we have, again, right on the front of the box for you, what will happen is you will get a true to tone color right out of the box onto the hair, which will lead to a true to tone fade, which will also make you look like the hero to all of your clients. Alrighty, my hairstylist friends, we did it. We learned how to get the hair lightened for Vivids. We learned how to put Vivids into the hair with custom formulations. We learned how to rinse it, and then of course how to maintain it at home. I want to thank you so much for spending your time with me. We took our Vivids education to the next level, and now we all get to be in a very colorful world together. It's the best. Remember, the education does not stop here. You can definitely go on Pravana.com and see all the other educational videos we have on there with tips and tricks. You can follow Pravana on all of our social media platforms. You could definitely follow me, _with_purple hair, and definitely keep up your education. Now go out there and do some beautiful hair, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.